Hi everyone, today we're going to discuss about this trigonometric question which will be related to the Pythagorean theorem, and we should just use the property of that theorem which states that if we have the right triangle with sides x, y, z, x square plus y square is equal to z square, which is the hypotenuse. And we will use this property of the right triangle and just turn our problem into the algebraic question, just equality. Let's just start to write. ln, let's just decrease the thickness of this pen. Ln 2x square plus ln x square is equal to ln 3x square. I think this is clear for everyone. And after this part, what we should just do is just use the property of natural logarithm function. Fx is equal to ln a and b. Let's just denote this two with just brackets and use the property of this ln function. Ln a plus ln b is equal to ln ab. We will use this property to just solve our problem, and let's just start the use, and we can divide our the value for our function into two parts, 2 and x, and 2 will be a in this case and x will be b, and we will just simplify it. Ln 2 plus ln x, again square, plus here it's just ln x because no need to divide it ln 1 plus ln x, because as you know from the property of this logarithm functions, if the power is, for example, e to the power is 0, it's gonna be 1, and when we ln, it's gonna be equal 0 will be equal to ln 1, and this value is always 1, always. Also we can consider that with another basis, for example 10 to the power 1, it's also 0 always. Therefore we should just keep it the same way. Ln x square is equal to ln 3 plus ln x square. Again, the a will be in this case 3 and b will be in this case x. And for the next part, I just want to denote just ln x with some, for example, t value to just simplify it to make it look easier to solve. A plus, not a, t. T plus ln 2 square. Ln 2 is just a constant value, therefore no need to replace it with another variable, plus t square is equal to ln 3 plus t square in the brackets. And just open the brackets and solve our equation using the equation to solve the quadratic inequality problems. Let's just solve it. It's gonna be t square plus ln 2 square plus 2t ln 2 plus t square is equal to ln 3 square plus t square plus 2 ln 3 2t ln 3. And let's just cancel out these t square terms and just find the terms with same dividends, for example t here and t here. Let's just collect all of them to the left hand side of our equation. T squared plus t multiplied by 2 ln t. Actually we can just put 2 also the out of brackets, ln t minus it's gonna be ln 2 minus ln 3. This term was just took it to here, and 2t will be in out of the brackets. And also I will talk about the other property of the logarithmic function, n squared 2 minus ln squared 3, and this is our constant term in our quadratic polynomial function, I assume, and it's equal to 0. Great. And here let's just simplify this term too. This is gonna be ln 2 minus ln 3 multiplied by ln 2 plus ln 3. And we know this property is going to be equal to ln 6, because ln a plus ln b is equal to ln ab. This is 2 multiplied by 3, which is equal to 6. And if we just subtract ln a minus ln b, and this is the other property of this logarithmic functions, this is going to be equal to ln a divided by b, and this is equal to ln 2 divided by 3, and here this one is going to be also equal to ln 2 divided by ln 3. And let's just write and simplify our equation and finally start to solve it. Plus 2t ln 2 divided by 3 and plus ln 2 divided by 3 multiplied by ln 6, which is going to be equal to 0. And this is just simplified form, and we know I think most of us know how to solve this equation. I think in my channel also there's a video for Viet theorems general cases, and also from there you can find how to solve this kind of problems. And let's just write the equation. It's going to be minus 2 ln 2 divided by 3. This is the equation, Viet's theorems, the case for the maximum power is equal to 2 to solve the problems. The coefficient of the term t minus coefficient of term t, and we should just change its sign. Plus minus square root, because if it is quadratic equation we should have 2 roots. It's going to be equal to the coefficient of t square to ln 2 divided by 3 square minus 4 coefficient of maximum power term 1, which is equal to 1, no need to write, and multiplied by the constant term ln 2 divided by 3 multiplied by ln 6. And this is our equation, and it's going to be divided by 2 coefficient by maximum power. 2 multiplied by 1 is equal to 2. And these are the roots of t1 and t2. Let's just see whether we can solve this problem and just try to simplify the inside of this problem. Minus 2 can be just cancelled out, we will see. ln 2 divided by 3 plus minus square root, and I will just put 2 out of the square root, because when we just find the square of 2 it's going to be 4. When we just put it out it's going to be equal to 2. And it's going to be equal to ln square 2 divided by 3 minus ln, because 4 is right now out of the brackets, ln 2 divided by 3 multiplied by ln 6. Also we have the same terms, ln 2 divided by 3 terms here. Let's just also put it out of the brackets, multiplied by, and use the property of our logarithmic function, natural logarithmic function, ln 2 divided by 3 minus ln 6. What it's going to be equal? 2 divided by 3 multiplied by, actually divided by 6, which is equal to multiplied by 1 over 6, and this is equal to 1 over 9. And we can write it as minus 2 ln 3. This is ln 3 to the power minus 2. Then just we put minus 2 here. This other property of logarithmic function. Actually, this video will be very beneficial who wants to learn about logarithmic functions, because we just used most of the properties of them, and it's going to be equal to, again we should check, and 2 divided by 3 multiplied by ln 2 divided by 3 minus ln 6. We divided them and found 1 over 9, and just used the property of it and turned it into this one, minus ln 3, and we should multiply it with this term, minus 2. We can just cancel out these two terms, because we should divide this one by 2, and let's just cancel out and write it, minus ln 2 divided by 3 plus minus square root ln 2 divided by 3 multiplied by, it's going to minus ln 3, and we just cancelled out two terms, no need to write it. This is the solution for T1 and T2. But we should just look at whether we have positive term here, because if we don't have positive term, it's going to be nonsense just to try to solve for problems. But we should just check what we named t here. T is equal to ln x. These values are equal to minus 2 divided by 3 plus minus square root ln 2 divided by 3 ln 3 is equal to ln x1 first term plus root and ln x2. And right now we should just check whether we have solution or not. If the term in the left hand side is minus, this one should be, this is the base here is e. This should be between 0 and 1, because e to the power minus something, minus, for example, 2, e is equal to around 2.7. minus 2 will be less than 1 and more than 0, because it's 1 divided by 2.7 square. And if it is just minus, we can here find the root, but if it is plus, what it's going to be. It's also interesting whether this, which value is higher in value. This is also interesting. Let's just try to compare them, whether we can compare or not. But we just knew that we have the root for the minus case, but it's going to be very low value, between 0 and 1. And if we just put here plus sign Actually, if it's going to be positive, we will have root again. But right now it's harder problem to solve. But I think this problem was really helpful because we just considered the Pythagorean theorem and so many properties of logarithmic functions. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video, and I would just like you to comment to my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.